Starting
Purple
the
hair
game.
girl is best girl. Yeah.
Hey. See an annoying girl running towards us in the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor. Kind of close this. It's forcing my mouse to move. There we go. Choose characters and voiceover. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Okay, you click. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. You don't gotta click there, you can just click anywhere. As long as it's on the screen, don't click off the screen. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep, and more frequently, I would get tired of waiting up. But she is going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! I overslept again.
She looks like the type.
But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me.
No, that's
That's me, Rouse.
Oh, she's talking to me.
Who are you talking for yourself?
No.
Yeah, it says your name. But you can't read because your glasses?
Yeah, here's some.
How come you can't? Hey, quick shot. Good looks. Twitch Prime. Ow.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Is this a boy?
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have to need to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Oh, the main character's a boy, so I shouldn't have named it, but I thought everybody was a girl in this game. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with... By the way, Rouse, have you decided to join a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not into joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
A dating firm.
That's not true. You told me you wouldn't join a club this year, did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Okay, you be Sayori. I'm Rouse.
Okay. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. It sounds like your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look into a few clubs that makes you happy. No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let her relate to me. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I even know it. After I pack up my things, I blankly stare at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess, but I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Mimi.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to become even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises that you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning after I planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go.
Whole 99.
Trying to be fully immersed.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you don't call me a new member.
Some other girl. Oh, that's Kid's favorite girl.
You be all the girls and I'll be the boy. You gotta change your voice though.
Oh, okay. So she looks like Hime-chan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Princess, go.
yeah, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Rouse, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Now I'm not going to remember any of those voices.
Try your best. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. That's you, babe.
Thanks, kid. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. The one with no body, too. The purple one got the body.
Well, Natsuki seems like tsundere.
Oh, her small figure makes me think she's first year. Makes me think that as well. What up, Bit and Bagel?
Hi.
She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can't just...
That's me. You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then she turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki. Wow.
Always full of energy.
And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. She looks like the real princess. Now Monica. Okay, so now that's girl 2.
No, that's the
It's
next
great
girl.
to see you again, Rose.
You just gotta smile.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so generally feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come on, sit down, Rose. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me. Or Monica.
I'll get the
cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Wow, this was that up. I did. Ta-da! Let's see the cupcakes. Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate that were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting on me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I like you.
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for you, you know. You dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea set?
Nope.
Oh, no, that's
You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
It does. I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulting. Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri finally smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new.
That's true. That's a true reality.
Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. I feel like somebody is gonna be a yandere.
Yeah, that little
Either,
one.
nah, like Yuri or
Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Rouse, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something. She wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much
of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world. It's equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep
psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once.
I did that, right?
It is quiet.
Yeah, I keep making
Yeah.
Not crazy.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really?
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, she's the yandere. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Say recitals up.
So Ari sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on his shoulders.
Oh, on her shoulders, huh? I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes?
Why do you look at me?
Because you're Natsuki right now.
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Well, I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
You all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it!
I'll be one of the girls.
Plus, now that we have a new member...
I'll be the little pink-haired one, yeah.
Plus, now that we have...
Okay.
Now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Rose?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Oh, hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would be joining this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I know I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought... Ralph...
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really came by for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks me over once more.
Rels, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food.
Hey Rel, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Alright. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day in school in a literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that's the poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. That's okay. Let's see. What words are we gonna use? Let's do. You gotta choose 20 words. Okay, choose cheeks. Nibble. Aw. Lipstick. Tragedy.
What?
Kawaii.
That's gonna be.
Yeah. Beauty. Wow. Nature. Well, why I can't pick the purple one that the purple one likes? Choose some.
Shame.
Broken.
Oh.
Forgive.
Wrath. There. See? It's gonna be horror stuff for her.
Pain.
Darn.
Empty. I don't know. Disowned. Entropy. Yeah, that's suicide, yeah.
Yeah. And all the horror type words, I guess.
Unrestrained.
For Yuri.
Unrestrained, yeah. Depression. What you say? Death.
Hi, Rose. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Ralph. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. He doesn't, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Next.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Rel's always give it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
She always said that because your room... That's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How
come you and Rels can become good friends too? Soon, I guess.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the world, to the weird situation she put everybody else in.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
And me?
My phone.
Oh, is it charging? So plug it in. And me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess this means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright.
Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out.
So I picked out
a book that I
thought you might enjoy.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. He mad smooth though. I wish I was this smooth in high school. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in that corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. What are you doing with your hair? I can't help but notice the intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging in... Oh, the closet's open. Rummaging in the closet. You saw the closet just open? No, you're not watching. Next. Man. Looks like no one wants to be bothered today, and I was too busy trying to get out of high school instead of enjoying myself.
Exodia.
I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative mind. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event.
Word.
So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. What is this one at? You're right. You see it?
Yeah, just read it. I read it.
Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori's still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself.
Why do you have to look at me?
You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days the past week have you gotten up late?
That's not one time. It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
Can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around herself.
How's it written all over me?
You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of her hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to twist your hair.
Just stick to the script.
I'd rather not. Go on.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look at your bow isn't even straight. And there's toothpaste stains on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain
Stop!
with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Oh my God. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Let me button that for you.
It's not even low.
Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, he going in on her.
I know. He ain't right. That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blouse up from the bottom. Her blouse blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
Oh, she is a mess though.
Yeah, she's a mess.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. Paque de you.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. Button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close?
Rest.
I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs are getting bigger again.
Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel so strange to feel her blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
So here he has hastily unbuttoned her blouser once more.
Whew. That's much better.
So he puts her arms out and curls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing?
Because
If I had a
boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so.
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Eh? Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Rounds, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still tries a way to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Where's Natsuki? I'm glad I chose her.
Was she in the closet or something?
I don't know, but I'm glad I chose her though. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet loose leaf paper from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. They must be talking to themselves somewhere. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's show it to Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know that I'm putting in effort.
Hi, Rose. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I will definitely keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of
embarrassing, but I guess I have
to. Don't worry, Rose. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand her my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Really.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right?
I
wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well.
Better go drink some water. Here.
I read that already. We may be good friends, but her and I are actually very different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Anyway.
But you gonna rush through my parts. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Oh, do I? Nervous laughter.
Yes, I do want to read your poem.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle? Spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor and angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So
So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm sorry. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. That is, I said that. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. That's real advice.
It is.
Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on, okay? This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Oh, so it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
She buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. That's it. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
AGK, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if this is a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Read that. I can't read that.
Ghost under the lights. I can barely read it. What does that say?
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow.
Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Wow, why does that writing be that way? I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you so long to read it.
Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest.
Are you into ghosts?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ralph.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did, only glance over it after. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you.
That's you again.
You?
Oh, you don't want to do it now?
I was never hurt.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the other one. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Rouse.
Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overacting. I'm not good at all. I honestly had no idea what I was doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like.
Either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't just like it because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Rouse poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I want to break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Rouse. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture and motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, oh, that's you.
Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you testing me? Are you trusting me to wish the rain away? Wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I like that poem.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
But at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Oh yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast, even though you were
late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I'll get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Oh yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki.
Last.
Well, if you're not going to take the club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm a baka? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful thing to think about, huh? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each his own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it.
I like hers too.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, but people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about the simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line, so you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room.
goodness, we can turn the table.
That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sweetly. Natsuki, what's with this language? Bless you.
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks. But it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
What's happening, little shrimp 3? If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Rels did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
Which I haven't yet.
I know, I was already reading those.
And Rels liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Rels appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? They curbing each other.
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cute. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Rel started.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there.
Rels! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? It means you jump out and at the reader, not forcing them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Rels.
Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Rels?
I know.
Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. I feel both of them.
Yeah, I like this Yuri's way of writing too.
I like Natsuki's style aesthetically, but I wouldn't write like that. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh. I can't. I need help.
Help me, Sayuri.
Natsuki plays in me drying up any words I had in my mouth. Yeah, her style, eagles can fly. So instead I turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I cannot bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori, yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori's uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Rose.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes...
Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting?
Because...
Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I can't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
She does have Big Bob. So does Monica. Nah. It's not like I could blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't it?
You could say that.
In it.
She might be an airhead, but sometimes she's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me, yokai. Monica smiles sweetly at me, buzzing my stomach a knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little bit more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Ralph, how about you?
I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. What, write a poem again? And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Rouse! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beamed at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew! Someone followed. Or did something. Yeah.
Those shrimp. You go look for that.
The juicy plot, huh? But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
And I think
You think everyone really likes you too.
that's
Every day is going to be so much fun.
sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? That's what I want to know, and that's what I would be thinking too. Oh, y'all all like me? Okay. I like all of y'all too. Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Right, let's get this going. We got Big Bob, Medium Bob, Tiny Bob, and No Bob. Everything across the board. Alright, this one is me. Dead. Vitality. Captive. Entropy. Unrequited.
Yeah, she's getting it unrequited right now.
Bouncy.
Bouncy.
Dark. Oh no! Depression.
That wasn't her.
Aww.
She likes happy and sad things that Sayori. Yuri. You trying to get Yuri?
I don't know what I'm trying to get. Inferno. Clumsy, acting like a mouse cage. Unrestrained. Climax. Vivacious. Let's see. Joyful. Pleasure, grief, lust.
All of this just sounds like okay.
Nightgown.
Singing.
What, Control S? Oh.
I got Guarantee or
Oh, okay.
Sayori is just a cute bundle of apple juice.
How do I get back? How do I get back? Oh, return. Let's see. Stream, Hawaii, stream, whirlwind, contamination, fear, vibrate. I She is a cute bundle of apple juice. Apple cider as well. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Rels. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing for you to get into a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
I heard you making that hentai laugh.
Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh? Why that all of a sudden?
No reason really. Just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. Don't ever look through a girl's purse. Unless you're a pro style like this guy. He knows exactly what to say and do at any time. Then she turns it upside down and lets all the contents spill onto the desk.
Why?
Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair.
How
How
did
do you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves only one option.
Oh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel, oh, that's you.
If you feel guilty, then you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in.
So deep.
I can't hear all that.
I know, crazy.
Oh, it smells like rum. I didn't know that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening.
Not listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri?
Gelato. Gelati. I don't know what this is.
Let me see it. Valenti. No.
Tell Rels to let me borrow some money.
That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly. Afford what you can. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough with retribution.
No, it's not ice cream. It's like frozen.
Sherbet, maybe.
It's like frozen fruit gel. The frozen fruit. It's a frozen smoothie.
It's a sorbet. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a... Stop it.
Wait, we can
That's... No, just read it. There's no way you can think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
Just like
Everyone's yandere.
Just like 6ix9ine and Anuel's song. The Japanese get it. Japanese understand.
Don't let her. Oh, that's you.
Don't let her fool you.
Kisses intense stare. I think I got it. Everyone's yandere.
Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Dang, she went in.
Wow.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
What
Slap!
happened?
Hold that slap. She got a slap for lying. Next time she won't lie like that, and then she won't get a slap again. Rebate.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was that?
A hand.
A cookie?
Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution?
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though.
Natsuki.
That's so nice of you. You pressing it. You do it. You got it.
I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it.
Look,
Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
so good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. I knew that. That's for hentai.
There's no hentai, so it's her laugh. I thought Natsuki laughed. Oh, you Natsuki?
Not anymore.
Then that's how she laughed.
Here. I'm having some.
You did it again.
I knew it. You was telling me to flick it.
She's going over a lot for just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours, I'll do mine. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Nanda! Jeez! Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Gee, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't heard either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Excuse me! Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry. I'm super sorry.
Ah, that you are.
No, I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Eh?
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica
quizzically glances at me. Oh, never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time.
That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. What?
What? Piano?
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
I see you.
That's so cool!
Boy!
You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay!
That sounds cool. Don't spoil the true name, Zero. Even what you just said is close to a spoil. But what up, homie? Thanks for joining us. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Rose.
Monica smiles sweetly. Ah!
Oh, so sorry.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Nah, not really. Oh, you got here early. Okay. Well, what up, true name Zero? I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Dang. She finished a cookie that she can hug. That's eating. That's too much sweets for me. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. What is in the closet? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I wouldn't feel bad for distracting her. I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Gomenasai. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to read some of it. Reread some of it.
Not for any particular reason. Just... Oh,
Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? Soka? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That sounds like what's gonna happen. That's kind
of scary, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that scary turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Rose?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. You want to sit here by the heater? Want to sit by heater? I hope so.
Let me put this away.
Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in.
That's true.
Yeah, she was already giving me young advice.
Not only that, I like her idea of evil and bad. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be naive for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling again, aren't I? Not again. Gomenasai. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. At least the least I can do is listen. This is the literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry.
You got some chips out there? That's what I thought. Why you didn't bring them?
Anything you wanted to
I don't. Gomenasai. You're Yuri.
I said that already. It's not that I don't want to. I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I know, it's weird.
So. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. I feel him. I know that feeling. Yuri in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, right in his face. It looks like she's reading my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
You really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against Yuri's and hold my book more in between the two of us. I knew he was going to do something like that. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, Yuri takes out her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb as it flips to the side. But in holding it like this, I'm touching her boob. We're huddled even closer together. I thought he was going to say that. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of her face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Look at her looking. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. She smiled.
You're not as used to reading.
You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Arigato. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, I let it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thing, but hold on. The main character reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the other things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remained silent for a moment.
But, Rose, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it's bad or anything like that. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more mean that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri's tight because she wanted to know what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a little bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? And we'll save Yuri for last. Hi again, Rose.
Oh. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. Great job, Ralph. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I understand you.
Underestimating you.
Oh, my bad.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of
Writing, right?
writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. She's reminding us again what kind of poetry to write. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now?
Yes.
I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. Oh. She changed save from one type of save to the other. That's funny and cool. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's kind of just a thing I've never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Okay, let's save it. You might change your mind.
Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Is something crazy about to happen? Thanks for listening. Ooh! Oh, Monica, you're so crazy. I like this one, Rose. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, that's you.
I'm glad. Still though,
You missed it.
your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poems better.
I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good.
Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just know it.
No. I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Rose. Never, ever.
Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one?
Well, I I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works.
Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
You want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but it's your turn now. You know what?
Well, whatever.
Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad.
Happy and sad?
I can't. Oh, that's.
I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Rels. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Read it.
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little...
The poem is that way.
Okay, look at it. Now it's uncomfortable. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, and there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a little bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That's sad.
Holy crap. Did you really write this, Sayori?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
She reminds me of Nate. Yo, she did. She went off after her half-assed poem yesterday. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about... Oh, that's you.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Which sounds like it'll be soon, because they keep on foreshadowing about her getting hurt.
And they do, about all of them getting hurt. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it
No more than a week.
no more than a week later.
Oh, yeah. I feel cramped. Oh, look at that. I did disappear. Look.
Oh, because it's green.
Yeah.
Right? You chose to do that.
I forgot. It's just a sweater that
So if I dyed my hair green, it would disappear?
I don't know.
I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. You can, Kit. You can just... Nah, you can't. I was gonna say you could change the color that it changes to, but that won't help. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One day I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. She doesn't like Amy either, particularly. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote this to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure.
Anime or manga? What you doing?
I'm wondering why the chat box isn't coming up on the screen. The chat box ain't coming up, huh, Kit? Sometimes that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you, but that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Oh, it is? Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't seeing it before. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right about that. At least I can relate to that, and I'm sure a lot of other people can too. Oh, okay, cool. I guess every time I looked at the screen, it had already gone away. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too. So look forward to it. And last, Big Bob. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Rels, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why you did a good job of explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. She doesn't have close friends. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah.
I do. If it's with you. Why are you saying things like this? The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by this guttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as in unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, raccoon, and urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Should we stab it? The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You can say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic
Pavlovian.
How can you read that?
I just know that word.
Conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again.
Scroll down. Oh, that's it? Quick off.
Why?
Why what? Because they bots. I want to see if I can just get rid of them forever. I know.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using a poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah. If I take them at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh. That's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that, about being ridiculed for a strange interest?
Yeah? She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, doesn't she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone.
Nina.
We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much money. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but doesn't that tell us that we're actually going to be, doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event?
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
What? Performing?
Monica?
Yeah,
we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us all to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
bad idea.
But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Woo! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone else's expectant faces.
Hi, pineapple and pizza.
What up, pineapple and pizza? I like that kind of pizza too.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Don't worry.
Did it freeze? I don't think so.
Camera froze, yes. Good on my end.
Well, let me check on the stream. Yeah, yours is not yet right. Yeah, it looks like it's just you, pineapple guy.
Pineapple pizza.
Pineapple pizza, the best kind of pizza. Is it? Nah, we're good.
You know, if this jacket was that pink color, I wouldn't like it.
You don't like wearing pink? You got pink clothes.
I know, Keone kind of pinks me out. She was pink everything.
Good.
Yeah, I want it this way, but...
Anywho.
I will start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear and confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? Glance around me, everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's
called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts to read the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort?
She can't lose her.
As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like when Yuri gets absorbed in her book, her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be the rare glimpse into the whirling fire that Yuri keeps concealed in her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back to reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition that she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and she rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good.
Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay. I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Dashed. She did. Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Suddenly, somehow it feels like her soft voice is made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly, it seems serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori means when she says she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori.
Even Ralph's liked it. I guess that's a good sign. Did you smash yourself?
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. they might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Rels. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Rels lower everybody's standards a little bit before I have to do it.
Natsuki?
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put every single emotion into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called, Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disperses a little bit. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they've bounced up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want on for those people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around. For me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess, in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. That's you. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best.
Ready to go, Sayori? Oh, that's you.
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it?
Now I get it.
guys. Don't make such a big deal of it.
It must be a little nice though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Rose. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already.
Why are you all shipping them?
Shipping?
Them two. Yeah, relationship thing.
Oh.
The rest of the club. You know, in their heads, they're like, I don't like this.
I don't think they're doing that.
Yeah, they're all, oh, aren't you guys cute going home together? Y'all been doing that since before.
I don't think that they think that about them.
Mm.
I walk with home with Sayori once more, even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to,
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, why? I can't hit the middle ground.
Gotta make a decision.
Which one?
You make the decision. I'm just going along with Camille.
Okay, if she, I'm gonna say, I would walk home with Yuri. Walk home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that makes my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe, but that's just... I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. Yeah. I just can't lie to her. But there's something that makes her happy. I would hate to take that away from her. But there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Man, I keep on getting who's this girl right here? Sayori?
This one?
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep on getting Sayori. Vitality. Entry. Okay. Parfait. Vibrant. Broken strawberry melody essence. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have had a lot of determination starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, that club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have a fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on, are you saying that you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri to Sayori anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. She's not fine. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed as everyone back at their usual activity. Maybe I should ask Monica if she knows anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing the festival, they may be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Rels, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? What do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica appears across the room with Sayori, who is dragging a rubber eraser down on her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. Sayori is acting like she's all... You don't need to talk to me. You can talk to everybody. Don't spend any time with me.
Oh, you haven't been bonding with her. And then you rejected her.
But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Rels. You should know better than I know. But she's never really liked this. Or read it from over there. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talks to me about things that bothered her. But that time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And also, I care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Well, I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure?
Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Rels.
Me? How on earth did you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know?
Yeah?
She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been.
You're so funny, Rose. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now I feel like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room suddenly and notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away as quickly as with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything.
But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts.
Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell what I was thinking?
Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that.
In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern.
Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen.
It's really not that big a deal. I was just feeling uneasy about Sayori.
Sayori?
Yeah, she seems like a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something's happened with her.
Oh. That's quite romantic.
Eh?
Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid.
It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all.
I see.
Then perhaps it's unusual.
Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings.
Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much.
Well, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them.
Ah. So you think that there might be something behind it after all?
I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside of her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she?
Well, I guess that was the case.
Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she?
I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deep into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze.
Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her.
Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you.
That's not a compliment, is it?
It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading?
Well, as long as you're okay with it.
Yeah. I should be taking my mind off of this whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's.
Actually, I have a...
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all. Thank you.
Thanks very much. If there is one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch her as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second?
Sure.
Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. I'm going to put this in a teacher's desk, then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerism.
What, is it sensual?
Especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, I have the water pitcher.
Thanks. I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Where are you two off to?
Yuri's gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
That's...
Monica, please, mind your own business for once.
Whoa!
I know. But do you want me to tell, or do you want to tell
me where there's something wrong with helping involve, what? Rels and club activities?
My mouth gapes.
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Rose. Oh.
She is,
She's like, I want to go with him.
she's stating her case. She's so forward. Women should be more forward like that. You know? Especially quiet, nice women. Yuri quietly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How
could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Rels, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We all have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you're always amplifying things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you said?
Yuri lifts her head.
Rels, I really like being friends with you.
Haha, thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help her feel better. Anyway.
Yeah.
Shall we go?
Shall we go?
Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Rels, do you like oolong tea?
I do, actually.
Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature to the kettle 200 degrees. But where is Sasori? She must be back there. She's watching all this go on.
They left. They made a fuss about him going.
Yeah. Yo. It's time to get to the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Oh, perhaps I will.
With me?
Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Wells. It's very endearing.
That's Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Wells, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why is that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
I thought she had
Breasts.
scoliosis. Because of how she's all twisted up. It's
No,
like,
she's just like,
she really got little breasts.
she has
Bigger breasts.
Proportionately big breasts to her body, you know.
almost as big as her face.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because my
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading.
yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. You go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candy that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Uh-oh. I take it since I go well with tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading posture as last time, each holding half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can see too well.
Can't.
Well, I can't see too well. Slides closer.
Until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup?
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around me has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take more.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on pages.
Oh, so he's gonna feed her. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize.
I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time of reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into her mouth. Yeah, duh. And I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation is completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips around it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needed to confirm what just happened.
Rose?
Gomenasai! I guess I shouldn't have done that. That's...
You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right?
I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then
you don't need to stop or
hey.
anything.
I see. This situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart's pounding. Look at it, because see the stars, because everything else faded away. They're not even worried about what's going on. You know, that's why there's like stars there.
I thought it was like, you know how like there's dust.
Okay.
Okay, the stars. Cool.
But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. Hey, I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel hot breath on my fingers.
Okay, everyone. Woo.
Whoa.
Woo.
Ah. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems.
Ralph, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups on the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much of a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up.
Do something.
Yeah, first?
Yeah, to talk to her again. It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Jealous. Probably Yuri.
Eh?
I didn't write this for anyone.
I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. It makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Ralph.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
She keeps saying that. You insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori.
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, she cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. And he's just gonna let her go?
Uh-huh.
That's the part I don't get.
It's like they're good at some things, and then they just fall at the other things. So maybe now you have to push up on Sayuri. Hi, Ralph. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well,
Being in this club is
being
one
in this club is
thing.
one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding into my hands.
This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she
Picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like the light turns on inside of her.
Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
I hope you don't mean that in a bad way.
No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that? You must be pretty into her.
You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
Uh-oh. Wait, really?
A fictional one anyway.
Monica kind of whispers that last part to me.
It's just a hunch, but, well,
there's not anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you, alright?
Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry gull, expressionless. But a hand clutches me between thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes, and I find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds to me in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat. Pick up a gust of wind. You know,
I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never put any much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
There's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for you. Thanks for listening. I'll just save it.
Okay. Right, you gonna be crazy?
I'm saving my time. Like almost an hour.
This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club makes sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang around here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah. That soupy elbow connects with my stomach. Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Haha.
That's a cute smile.
How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Or maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem up to me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about every day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in a salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my wind sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I wonder if she's been staying up, like looking into his window or doing something like that. And that's why, and that's why she's always so sleepy. And she obviously fiends for him. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought you had left long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach, so you decided to write about the beach first and came up with this message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have both of us write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too, making us write about a simple topic and trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was in good practice. And Yuri.
Now squint mine eyes. Rose, your writing has only improved in these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally.
Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after.
Is that so?
Yuri gently smiles to herself.
This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this.
I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame.
Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice.
What do you mean?
Well,
Yuri smiles sadly.
Rose, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say
that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, Rels. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me.
That's normal.
I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time.
But I haven't really done anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Ralph. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah,
I'll do it. Let me get it to you. Beach. I marvel millions.
Oh no, it's me. Oh, we can't read it again. Oh well.
Beach. A poem.
Where?
Then. I'm aware the beach is kind of an insane thing to write
Inane,
about.
yeah.
Oh, inane thing to write about. But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it.
Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it.
She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic.
Oh, she wanted it.
I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it me or did you just say something strange just now?
Something did sound a bit unusual.
That's right.
You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't into it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on. She wasn't feeling too well and she went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously? Of all the times to go home with her, you pick the time of all the times to not go home with her. You pick the time when she's not feeling well. Thanks so much for you two being so lovey-dovey. I know. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, he's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Who?
That curious reflection from Yuri of all people.
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them. In different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri can... Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. No. Now Natsuki's pouting too.
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Ralph.
The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand.
You could always help me out as well.
I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? Don't do it with Yuri.
Why?
I feel like something will happen.
I don't know if they're gonna respond to a suggestion like that.
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
So even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monica is going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Wells may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations.
She's standing up for herself.
Yeah.
Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sound more like you just making excuses for Ralph's too.
What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Come on, guys.
Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Ralph to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? That's what I think you should go with. So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said...
I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though.
Jeez. Can we just settle this already?
Yeah. Ralph, you're okay with this, right? Again, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight though. Everyone looks straight at you.
Everyone looks straight at me.
Ooh,
But of course I'm
Simon.
going to go with, who am I going to spend the weekend with? Now if it was me, personally, I would spend time with the purple hair girl.
Yeah, no.
But I think we should save it for next Baywatch.
Cliffhanger.
Who are we gonna spend time with?
My vote is for Sayuri or Monica.
My vote is for next time on Baywatch Z. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it already. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming through to Baywatch number 7. Next one is gonna be again on Monday.